All right, welcome back to DPL. I'm joined now by what they call the coolest guy in town. He calls himself that. Other people do as well. That's Paul Salfen, our movie expert and our movie guru. Paul, what you been up to?
Well, I've been up to no good, but I have been. But I have been
at least you're honest, man.
I am honest.
All right, no.
And for the record, I've never called myself the coolest guy.
No, we just call you that, man,
right.
because you're always so sharp and looking good, man. We got to call you the coolest guy in town.
All right, well,
plus, you
thank you.
bring all the coolest interviews, man, and this one is no different.
Yeah, this one's a great one. Of course, you know Courtney Cox from Friends and Scream and everything. And she directed her first feature film. It's called Just Before I Go. And her and her star, Garrett Dillahunt, joined us via satellite, and we got to talk to them about this new movie, which I really enjoyed, and we'll talk a little bit more about it after the break. But it's about a guy who plans on killing himself, but then before he does, he decides to go and right some wrongs from his childhood.
Oh, wow. And Courtney Cox is directing this movie.
She's directing.
She's
You
not
don't even
involved
see her.
in the movie other than directing.
Nope, that's
not
it.
as a actress or anything.
No, you don't even see her.
Wow, that's cool. Let's check it out.
Okay. Thank you so much for being with us. We're joined today for the great movie Just Before I Go with Courtney Cox and Garrett Dillahunt. How are you guys doing today?
Very well.
We're great.
Well, good.
Thank you.
We're really, really excited about this movie. Now, Courtney, everybody's saying this is your directorial debut, but, you know, you've directed several episodes of Cougar Town and, of course, the TV movie, so this isn't your first time around.
No, this is my first full-length feature, but I directed Tall Hot Blonde with Garrett for Lifetime, and I did like 10 episodes of Cougar Town.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, this one had to have been a whole lot of fun to work with, and just seeing you two together, you seem to have such a great rapport. So, do you have any good stories from the set?
Yeah, there's a ton. But all I mainly remember is it was always kind of lighthearted and fun. You know, if there was any stress on Courtney's part, I wasn't aware of it.
There was one scene that we had to do, which I probably can't say on television, but Garrett's talking to one of the other characters, another cop. He plays a cop named Lucky Morgan, and he's talking to a woman, we call her CT, but that's initials for something else. You'll have to see the movie to see what we're talking about. But
Missy Pyle plays her.
Oh yeah, Missy Pyle, and she's amazing. But it's about these two characters are having a conversation over Sean William Scott, who is drunk and doesn't feel good, and he wants to go to sleep, but he's been pulled over. And they're having a conversation, and they're very attracted to each other. And it's right near his head. And there was a lot of props that had to go in making the scene happen.
A lot of air-filled devices.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a little tricky one. I was very involved and
hands-on.
I was hands-on director, but not in the way you think.
Well, we've always liked Sean William Scott a lot, and it's great to see him in a role that's a little understated. How did you know he was the right guy to lead this film?
Well, I didn't really know that he would be until I sat with him at a restaurant, and he just showed me such passion for the project, and he's so earnest and sweet. He's
a really lovable dude.
He's a lovable, authentic human being, and I just, with his passion, I really thought I'd love to give him a shot at this. He felt really connected to the character, and I think it shows.
Good. Well, will we be seeing you direct some more films coming up? Is this a good experience?
For sure.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Well, a lot of people are asking because there's a Scream reunion of sorts this weekend at Texas Frightmare Weekend. So we have to ask you, will there be another Scream? And what about that Friends reunion?
I don't think there'll be another Scream, and I don't think there'll be a Friends reunion.
Yeah?
Sorry,
I know,
Paul.
sorry. And
Wah, wah, wah. Well, they're telling me I got to wrap up, so thank you guys so much for being with us. And Just Before I Go opens
Thank
in
you.
theaters this week and is also on demand. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Paul.
Appreciate it.
Oh, wow. Man, that's good stuff, man. I think she might have a career as a director.
I think so. You know, she's directed a whole bunch of episodes of her show Cougar Town that she was talking about.
Okay.
But this is her first time behind the lens on a feature film, and I think she did a great job. And it's really hard to pull off a movie like this because when you hear about the plot about a guy trying to kill himself and then doing some things before he does, it really sounds like it could be a total bummer. And it is very dark at times, but it's really, really funny, and it makes you think a lot about, you know, what there is to live for. So I enjoyed it.
Well, you enjoyed it.
I did.
And that gives us the opportunity for us to enjoy, because it'll be at a Cinemark near you, right?
Yes.
Coming soon.
And on demand.
On demand
this
as
weekend.
well. So that's good stuff, Paul. We appreciate you being with us and
Thanks for
bringing
having me.
Courtney Cox on the Drew Pearson Live Show. Up next on DPL, I'll be joined by an expert in the field of neuroscience all the way from South America. Stick around, because Drew Pearson Live will be right back.
Drew Pearson Live is brought to you by Whataburger. The Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club is a tangy twist on a tasty classic. Enjoy it while you can, only at Whataburger.